Zimbabweans who hold exemption permits now have until June next year to apply for visas. Government has extended ZEPs for another 6 months. Now, over 170,000 migrants were at risk of deportation by December, but under the new directive, they cannot be arrested, detained or ordered to depart until June next year. Government is urging people to use this time, though, to apply for the visas or the necessary waivers. Let's discuss this further with Home Affairs Minister Dr. Motsoaledi. Minister, thank you very much for your time this morning. Now, earlier this year, you were very adamant that there wouldn't be an extension beyond the December one that you had indicated when the new pronouncement was made. So what has informed the change in the department's decision on that deadline?
Yes, indeed, Rofua, the deadline is December 31st. But I have put up a team earlier this year, if you remember, a team of experts who are headed by the former Director General in the presidency, Dr. Cassius Lubisi. They are the ones who will make the final recommendation to the Minister and DG about the validity of an applied permit. They've been having a series of meetings. On the 1st of September, they wrote me a letter to say after their whole day meeting on the 1st, on that very same day, they came to the conclusion that I should extend the validity period to the 30th of June. And I accepted that advice because, after all, they are the ones who are doing the work.
So we understand that about 6,000 people have applied for those necessary permits or waivers, and that is out of over 170,000, Minister. Are you confident that the extension will accommodate the remainder of the people who are yet to make their way to a Home Affairs office or whatever it may be to apply for those necessary permits?
It's up to them, Rufio. It's not up to me. It's up to them what choice they make. I'm giving choices to them, and they've got the right to make a choice. And so I'm leaving the matter in their hands. It's up to them, not up to me.
Right. And of course, when we reach June next year, Minister, there will be those, as you've indicated, who've made the choice not to apply or were not able to. What are the consequences in this regard?
There can be a possibility of not being able to. It will be the former, not the latter, not being able to, but those who don't want to apply. And the consequences will be those of a person who is illegal in the country, because then they will have no cover, they will be illegal.
Minister, let's talk a little bit more about that and just Home Affairs, the application process for those permits or waivers. Are there any online options, or is the applicant set to walk into a Home Affairs office in any part of the country to make this application? How does the process work for them?
Rofua, after making announcement of this process in January, we went into the files of all the 178,000 people who are affected. We sent them a letter via email, the email addresses which you found in their own files. That email was actually outlining everything that needs to be followed, even giving details of where they need to phone if they are confused, if they don't understand. Each one of them received that email. In case some didn't, we sent them SMSs. In case some didn't receive that, we also posted it on our website, but we also bought space in some newspapers to put a similar letter. I then met with the ambassador of Zimbabwe and explained to him. We also wrote a letter to the embassy via the Department of DECO, the Minister of DECO, to explain the whole situation. So there can't be a situation where nobody understands exactly how this is going to be done. Then thereafter, there were several organizations which purport to be representing them. We had meetings with them and we explained the procedure and the areas where they need to phone. So each one of them know exactly what to do.
Right, let's talk about the role of the employer here, Minister. So obviously you've been accustomed to the many court cases that have come as a result of government's decision, as well as organizations weighing in on their concerns around the implementation of the new rules. And of course, the employer in South Africa has a responsibility because a big argument here is around critical skills, and they may argue that they have those skills and deserve to be practicing them within the country. So your thoughts on the role of the employer in the country, but also the responsibility that comes with government when it comes to making sure that we enforce the different particulars of the Act?
That will be very funny, Roshua, for any employer to complain about skill, because a skills list has been released officially and gazetted. And this is in the law, that every 4 years, a critical skills list is released. That skills list is not open only to Zimbabweans. It's open to all the nationals who want to bring critical skills list in the country. I have gazetted that skills list on the 22nd of February this year. And then I have now recently, a month ago, I've amended it. Now, I want to tell you, there are many Zimbabweans who are on the critical skills list in South Africa and who are not on the ZEP. And for your information, out of all the critical skills visas that we issued from the 1st of January to the 31st of December in 2021, 38% went to Zimbabweans. Those Zimbabweans are not on the ZEP, they are on the critical skills list. So what we are saying is that those who are on the ZEP, it has come to an end. They must apply for regular permits, like the very same critical skills list you are talking about. So if any one of them have got a critical skill, they surely must apply for the critical skills list. That's basically what we're saying.
Minister, I want to draw you in on a separate issue before we wrap up our conversation. Now, you would have seen media reports around the MEC in Limpopo, MEC Poppy Ramathuba, talking about the burden on the healthcare system because of foreign nationals seeking healthcare in South Africa. Have you had any engagements with her or any other government official, local, provincial or national, in terms of finding immediate solutions to this problem? And also, are there engagements with our neighbouring country governments to find sustainable solutions? Well,
health issues belong to the health department, and in this regard, I believe the Minister of Health is handling the issue and is handling the issue well. But I also believe you must have heard that on Wednesday, when the president was responding, on Tuesday rather, when he was responding to question in Parliament, she also dealt with this matter. And really, I've got nothing more to add.
No, it was just a clarification on whether the Department of Home Affairs would get on board to make sure that those that do come in for health services in the country are assisted with the correct documentation. Minister, thank you very much for your time this morning. That is Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, the Minister of Home Affairs, engaging us there on the ZEP permits and the fact that that deadline, which was in December, has now been extended to June next year.